Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, December 1st, 2016. The U.S. stock market is closed. Hey, we had an unbelievable day today, and it was probably the best day I've ever had trading. It was still not without its problems. And it was funny when the day was over, I tweeted that I was sucking my thumb and shaking. That's the way I feel, and I'll show you just why. But let's start out with the really good stuff. We had a whole pile of positions coming in, and almost everything was positive this morning on the open. Let me tell you, we had like 60 some $1,000 open trade yesterday on the close. In the pre-market, right before the stocks opened, we were up to like 110,000. By the time we got out, we closed out $95,000 positive. Now, let me tell you, in all my trading, I've never closed. I think my best closed out has been in the high 60s. I've never been anywhere near $95,000 before. So this was a record-breaking win day for me, and of course we really needed it, and I'm very happy. And it was just like, basically, we were massively invested in energy across the board, and all the energy stocks were way up. And so we just did fabulous. So that's really good. I had some problems though. After I got out, taking this $95,000 in profits, we got into some other. Well, we were carrying a couple business positions, and we got into some stuff. It was all really good, and what I remember is mostly from the managed account. But the managed account, big managed account, what I saw was at one point we were up to like positive $27,000 in our open trade. That's open trade after we had taken nearly 100,000 out in profits. So I'm thinking, this is unbelievable. But then I had to sit here and watch that $27,000 positive go to about negative 8 or 9 on the close. So that kind of took a bit of my enthusiasm for the day away. But we'll just have to see how things go tomorrow. We're not going to give away $95,000. That I am certain. Anyway, let me show you some of the stuff that happened. I could sit here and talk for an hour and show you everything that happened because a lot was happening. But I'm going to show you 3 stocks. I'm going to show you a couple of the problem stocks first of all to show you why this was, a tough day. I showed you this before. This is Stone Energy. And 3 days ago, we had this huge spike up. We bought this spike about halfway through. And when it got up here, we were up about $10,000 of Stone Energy, but it just immediately reversed and went down here and closed negative $9,000 against us. But then yesterday, we were saved. This thing jumps up, and we got out of here with like $2,000-$3,000 of profit out of this store. So we saw negative $9,000 go to positive 2 or 3,000, and then we were out of it yesterday. But then today, this thing hits our buy signal again right here. And I thought, oh my God, here we go again. And did we go again? This thing takes off, and when we're up here, when this chart is up here, we're up about $20,000 in Stone Energy, positive $20,000, and then the darn thing sells off. But even with the sell-off, we're holding about $6,000 in profit here. So it's still a profitable trade, but I mean, with this volatility, I mean, my God. Okay, if this thing goes back up tomorrow, we could make 20,000 on it, but it could go down too, and we could lose a pile. So, a little bit nervous there. This Stone Energy is like nothing I've seen before in a long time. I mean, we've literally gone from $4 to $8 here, doubled the stock value, and then come back. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Anyway, that was a hair puller. I'll show you another hair puller. This is EPE, which is EP Energy Corporation. All these are energy stocks. Okay, we had bought this yesterday right out of the gate. It had closed favorably, but then it gapped up very nicely for our exit here, and we took $10,000 out of EP Energy this morning. The problem was it kept going, and we ended up buying the high tick a day on that sucker. And then it sells off big time. Comes back a little at the end, but we're down about $8,000 on that. So we make $10,000 here, and then we give $8,000 back. That's not a good feeling, but we're still in it. Don't know what'll happen. It looked to me like it was up some in the aftermarket, so just maybe that'll come back, and we could, it could do a Stone Energy thing, and we could end up getting out okay here. We'll just have to see. Okay, those were kind of problem stocks for us, even though we made money in both of them. That wasn't what I wanted to show you. Okay. This is, I showed you this yesterday. This is WLL, which is Whiting Petroleum Corporation. And we had bought this yesterday on the gap. We buy the gaps. It kept going beautifully. Didn't come back at all. And then it gaps up this morning. So we got out of Whiting Petroleum with, let's see, 13,000. Yeah, 13,000 bucks there. Beautiful trade. And we got out just, I mean, you can't get much better than that because it pretty much sold off the rest of the day. So we're almost getting the high tick of the day and made 13,000 in Whiting Petroleum. That's very good. And then in terms of what we have, what we're holding, if I didn't say so, we're actually holding negative $3,500 in open trade going into tomorrow. But we had some couple really good trades, and those are offsetting a few pretty bad trades. So, $3,500 isn't too bad, but we're using up a lot of good money to get to negative 3,500. Anyway, this is UWTI. That's Velocity Shares. That's leveraged crude oil. And we bought that thing yesterday. So we were long crude coming into this great energy day. Of course, it gaps up. And we basically, because it had this big gap up, we're going to stay in it. So we're still holding it. And we're up even though this pulled back a little toward the end of the day, we're still up $10,000 positive in Velocity shares. Now this stock is going to be delisted next week. Well, I don't have to worry. We'll be out of it before it gets delisted, certainly. But right now we're holding positive $10,000, so that looks real good. Anyway, unbelievable day. I'm still shaking and sucking my thumb, but it was a record-breaking profit day for us. Very, very happy. This is Trader Bob signing off. I'll be back here online tomorrow on Friday.